Hello, me, right there. Talking vaping. How's it going, guys? So today's juice review is again, just a flavor in a set from a various companies. I am trying to shorten the amount of time my videos are just to make them a little bit easier for all of you all to watch. So it does tend to stretch out the amount of time it takes me to get through an entire company, but I believe it puts more focus on each flavor instead of trying to cram multiple flavors into one video and then having a long video and just not really touching on, fully on each flavor. So with that, thank you for taking the time to watch this. We are going to go with the Good Juice Company right here. Boom, this is their bottle. They do have a website. It is the Good Juice Company, thegoodjuiceco.com. Sorry. However, all the information about the company is there. If you want to actually purchase it, there will be a link. There is a tab for a buy now. It will give you a link to go to Shop MVG, shopmyvapinggoodies.com, and from there you can purchase the juice itself. Now, the one thing that the Good Juice Co. Stands by and tries to enforce on a daily is the quality of their juice, the dedication that they put into this, hence why they call it the Good Juice Co. They have learned, and watched the market and watched the various different companies and things like that. And, they're trying to make sure that what they put out is literally good juice. They try to ensure that all of their ingredients are locally sourced, but they're the highest quality that they are able to find and locate, and to use that. They try to make sure that the nicotine they use is processed at a high level, and to make sure that it is a good, clean, quality nicotine, and it's not just some cheap stuff just to throw in here. Even their bottles, they're not flashy, but yet in a way they kind of are. They have a little bit of the color foil, but there's not a big picture logo. There's not, trying to overload you with a bunch of not needed labeling and things like that. It's for them, it's pretty simplistic. It just says the name of the company. This is their flavor, nicotine, bottle size, handcrafted in California. Has their website here with their ingredients, and it has the warning labels and everything else. So it is a very high quality label, but it's simplistic, but yet on a shelf, because it is a black colored bottle, to ensure that the flavor stays as well blended as possible and doesn't oversteep. But on a shelf, this would actually be eye-catching, yet it's still simplistic. So, that's kind of the motif that they're going with, and they accomplish it very well. If you watched my previous video on their first flavor that I did, you know that the quality is there. But it also has a safety seal. This is a first vape, first review. Excuse me. It is a Max VG line, and it is offered in a 0, 3, 6, and 12, as well as 3 bottle sizes as well. Now this one is the Pistachio Crunch, and basically their flavor profile for it is sweet nougat into an earthy pistachio cookie, polished off with a little bit of cream. I like pistachios, so this should be really interesting. It's a unique type flavor because, it's most of the time that you see pistachio, it's more in a like an ice cream style. It's not really done like this to where it's an actual dessert style flavor. So this will definitely be interesting. So we're going to go ahead and bust this open. I'm going to go ahead and vape, and it is a first vape, first review, so it is a fresh wick, as you can see on there. And of course, my cotton of choice is Texas Tough Cotton. It just, as I always say, it works well for me. Everybody has their own preference. Everybody has what they like to use. This works well for me. It holds flavor really well. And the one thing that impresses me with it is the fact that, like on this, a first vape, for the first time on a flavor, it doesn't have a really strong cottony taste to it, so it doesn't overpower the flavor that much. So I'm going to go ahead and shake this up real quick. And I just want to make sure everybody out there understands, I do these reviews by choice. This is what I like to do. I enjoy this very much. I enjoy reaching out to different companies, learning about different companies, learning about, what makes them tick, who they are, where they come from. And, I just want to make sure that I'm not coming off as imposing or that I'm trying to force my opinion or will onto anybody, because I'm not. That's not me. That's not who I am. I just basically try to give you a better understanding and description of a specific flavor so that not everybody has access to every single flavor that there is. It just gives you something a little bit more to go on to decide whether or not it's something you might want to take a chance on, instead of just looking at a bottle going, I think I might like it. So that's all it is. So just please understand that I'm just trying to be helpful and not be enforcing my will, so to speak. So we're going to go ahead and bust this open. And as always, no matter what you get, there's always some type of safety precaution nowadays. It's just trying to be on the safe side. However, sometimes things slip through the cracks, and sometimes, things happen. But if you ever get a product that, gives you caution or concern about using it, don't use it. Just contact where you got it from, contact who makes it, contact who distributes it. Let them know so that they can take steps to rectify it, because no matter what, it's still always about your health and safety. That's most important. So we can go ahead and get this open. And we'll pop open the bottle. Wow. That is a pistachio cookie. And it has a very sweet smell to it, but not overly like sugary or artificial. It has a very baked pistachio cookie smell to it. That's actually really interesting. Now I really want to vape this. I want to see how this is going to taste. So we're going to go ahead and juice this up, and I'm going to basically soak my cotton as much as possible, because I want to get as much of this flavor as I can, because if it vapes and tastes anything like it smells, this is actually going to be a really solid flavor. And as I said, pistachio isn't a common flavor. It's getting a little bit more out there, but 9 times out of 10, most of the time it's in a ice cream or a milk style flavor is how I've been seeing it more times than not. This is one of the first times I've ever seen it actually be labeled as a cookie, as far as something a little bit more substantial for a flavor, instead of just basically throwing it in with some cream or ice cream type flavor and going that way. So I have good hopes for this one. Go ahead and just do a quick pre-burn, just get the juice kind of up and running on the cotton. Do a slight bit more to ensure that I don't get any type of a burn off of this. And we are good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and cap this. And as always, I am vaping at 75 watts. So this is Pistachio Crunch from the Good Juice Co. So the clouds are obviously really, really solid. Being Max VG, you're definitely going to get that. No throat hit at all that I feel, and that's on a first vape. And sometimes if you're going to get it at all, that's where you're going to get it probably the strongest, but there isn't any. Clouds. Okay, so give me 1 second. I'm going to go ahead and knock out a couple more drops just to get 1 or 2 good more hits out of this. And okay. So, pistachio cookie. It's a pistachio cookie. If you've ever had any type of cookie that has pistachio or nuts in it, it most definitely has that cookie crumble taste to it. but in a baked version, like a homemade style. It's very hearty. It's very substantial in the flavor, but it's not overpowering. You definitely get the pistachio. You definitely get the cookie. The nougat, there is a creamy, there is that sweet creamy type taste to it, but it's not overly strong, so that it makes your teeth kind of hurt off the nougat, because normally that has a little bit stronger of a sweet taste. But generally, most of the time that I've ever had it, it's been more of in a fluffy aspect. So the nougat with the cream, the slight little bit of cream in it, gives it a very nice overall finish. But the center stage star of this is the pistachio and the cookie taste. It definitely has that feel to it, absolutely. That is just a very comforting vape in general. It's a nice dessert flavor without being a heavy dessert, and it's not a fruity type flavor for people, that are trying to find something outside their realm or their box, so to speak, if they're used to straight fruity. This definitely is different, but it's not overly different or weird. It's not a flavor that somebody would look at and be like, that just sounds like it just is weird, or it doesn't sound like it tastes very good. This is a very enjoyable vape. I like pistachios. I'm not much of a cookie person, but this is a very enjoyable flavor. So the Good Juice Co., you guys banged it out with this one as well, along with your first one. So great job with that. Thank you so much for the opportunity to have tried this flavor. Guys, definitely check them out, thegoodjuiceco.com. Like I said, if you want to purchase from them, it'll shoot you over to Shop MVG, the My Vape Goodies. Definitely check them out. They're on Instagram and Facebook. Hit them up. Have your shop hit them up. Like I said, I mean, it is a very elegant, classy looking bottle. And it's simplistic, but it still catches the eye. So it's definitely a win-win. Flavors so far are really, really solid. Keep an eye out for my third review on them, on their third flavor. If you are able to, that red button down there, the subscribe, click that, and it'll definitely send you a notification when I get it up and out. I appreciate it so much for you guys taking the time to watch my video. As always, I'm Token Vaping here on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Pinterest. As I said, anything that I can do to help further enhance your vaping experience, to make it more enjoyable for you, that's all I want to do. So hit me up in any way, shape, or form. I'll do anything I can to help any vapor whatsoever with any issue. I will find out what I can to help you out if I can't answer it myself. So until next time, thanks for watching. Vape on, vape strong, and have a good night.